This was our first swim on the island, and the one that showed us how pretty it's about to be for the next few days. The plan for the day was to rent a boat, the ones you get here without needing a captain's license, and explore what people refer to as the Caribbean of Greece. Driving there, we got increasingly more excited. It wasn't the first time I was renting a boat, but it was the first time of me driving it completely on my own. So far so good. We hadn't crashed with another one, which, to be honest, wasn't that difficult as the island was pretty empty. We managed to find our perfect spot. We set our anchor and said a few prayers so it anchors well and we don't end up being washed over on the lovely rocks next to us. Then we got in the beautiful water. The colors of the water were out of this world, and the water's temperature was just perfect. We swam towards the shore to explore more of the mainland, but on our way there, we were met with a lovely surprise underwater. Fish. Lots of fish, swimming around us like performing a synchronized dance we were not a part of. Some swimming near the bottom, others near the surface, but all equally unbothered by our existence there, making us feel more than welcome visitors in their underwater home. The sun is out, glistening on the surface of the water, making it look like someone has decorated it with sparkles. Life feels good, empty of worries and problems. The salt on your skin makes you feel like a mermaid, and the light burn you feel on your skin reminds you that the sun doesn't forgive not reapplying your sunscreen. The blue and the green really look like they should be part of a Bob Ross painting, and the occasional yachts you see make you want to drive next to them and ask the people that have rented them, what do they do for a living? You can really feel summer is here. Something feels different about the atmosphere. You're not really able to understand what, but you feel it. A long day in the sun requires one thing and one thing only. And no, it is not sleep, although Cynthia really struggled getting out of bed. I guess she must have forgotten the first rule, which is never lie on the bed on the first place. The one thing you need is good food, and that's what we're about to experience. We Google searched our hearts out and found this amazing looking restaurant hidden on the edge of a beach. So off we made our way, passing views that can only make you feel like you're living in an Italian dream. We arrived at the location and were met with the most movie looking sets for a summer girls trip movie. Only this was not a set, but real life. Something I struggled to take in, blown away by this beauty. Food was as fresh as it gets, caught that day by the locals and cooked fresh to enjoy. The salad and the hummus tasted like your grandma had picked up the ingredients from her garden, and the mix of the seafood boil was out of this world. Then it was finally time for the star of the show, the fresh fish grilled to perfection with just olive oil and lemon. A new day, a new corner of paradise unlocked. Happy tourists walking by, kids playing in the water, and a general feeling that life is just as it's supposed to be. The one thing we noticed about this island is that renting boats and mini yachts seems to be kind of a hobby. I guess when there are that many beautiful corners accessed mainly by sea, it would be a disservice not to. Our trip consisted of lots of good food. We asked one of the locals what's the best place to eat on the island, and his answer initially sounded like he didn't want to bother to answer us, but eventually it made sense. He said, everywhere you eat on this island, there's going to be good food, and that was more than true. Everyone seemed to be in on a secret we didn't seem to know when we arrived, but we're slowly starting to discover for ourselves, and that secret being, life is good when it's simple. There's not much you truly need, apparently, to forget about the Monday blues, and remember how life feels when you're truly happy. The sun, the sea, good food, and a boat to sail away. People here seem to have cracked the code. No wonder why everyone was smiling. Another thing we discovered about the island is that there's a lot of craftsmanship. From fishing to olive oil producing, people here do it all. I mean, it's only fitting since the island has more than 250,000 olive trees spread across its land. And the people making it were more than happy to show us proudly their product. Objects made out of wood, equally impressive, and a strong dose of self-control, reminding yourself that you can't blow all of your trip's budget there, as you still need money for food and gas. Another corner of the island, yet another port. At this point, I would be offended if there wasn't one. People negotiating about their daily adventures. Locals that are more than happy to share their home's beauty with others. And boats that seem to know the power they hold and the magic they get to add in people's lives. Sun-kissed travelers making their stop in the mainland to grab a quick bite and continue with their day of exploration. And finally, tourists, lots of tourists, embarking on a journey of beautiful scenery with a light breeze in their hair and the deserved excitement in their manners for the otherworldly beauty they're about to experience. And just like that, your trip is over and you're back to where you started. The boat that takes you from that slice of paradise back to ordinary life. But there's only one problem really. How can you go back after all you've seen and experienced? You can't, so you watch over at the birds, flying free and start dreaming about the day you feel like that again. As free as these birds, with their wings open, riding the wind in circles, like it's a sort of game they have created between themselves to pass the time pleasantly until they reach their final destination. And that's when you realize that's all you can do too, really, and suddenly going back doesn't feel so scary.